So what are we looking at today as they dismantle this water pump here?
This is one of the 3 stormwater projects that we're working on now. We got NJEIT funding for all 3 projects. That's where, if you look up on this board, you'll see it says $5.29 million. That's the total of all 3. This project here, our cost is going to be approximately $500,000 to $600,000, of which we're splitting it 3 ways. The total cost is about $1.5 million. This pump station was built in the early mid-50s, and in the early 60s they replaced the wooden structure that was on it with this block structure. That's the original pump in there. That stopped working in 1973, approximately somewhere between 73 and 74.
You mentioned that 3 different areas, 3 different groups are funding or paying for this, correct?
Yes, it's Atlantic County, Margate, and Ventnor.
Because it benefits all 3.
Absolutely. Ventnor Avenue is a county road, so that's why they're sharing it, because it drains Ventnor Avenue from Newark to approximately Claremont or Clarendon Avenue in Margate. This is a stormwater drainage pump that drains all the water from like in Margate, I guess around Clarendon, I believe, Clarendon and Ventnor Avenue to Newark and Ventnor Avenue and Ventnor. And so that's a large area that this is responsible for draining.
And some of the stuff that they're pulling out as they dismantle this pump station, some of the stuff is how old?
1962, what's that, 53 years?
But we're going to see we should see some pretty substantial improvements during our next storm once this thing is up and running, huh?
It won't do anything for a storm like Sandy. It's not going to do anything because it's just too much water. What this will do is it's going to substantially reduce the amount of rainfall that accumulates in the streets. You know, will it eliminate it completely? I would hope so, but I'm not going to say definitely. You get those torrential rains. It may take a little longer to drain the streets than normal rains, but it'll be a heck of a lot quicker than it was before.
But the irritating street flooding, which is much more common, this will dramatically help that issue.
Oh, this will dramatically reduce that. This will make, it won't eliminate it completely, like I said. Well, I hope it will, but I'm not going to be that optimistic. But it will definitely reduce the amount of water that accumulates during even torrential rains.